Hello everyone, and welcome to your EAP orientation for the summer 2020 semester. In today's presentation, I am going to start off by welcoming everybody. So welcome to EAP, welcome to our online EAP. I will begin by introducing myself and the rest of the members of our team. I will then go over the program and review the academic expectations that we have for our students in order to be successful. I will then review some administrative policies that will help you with registration and things for the program. I will also go over some instructions for My Humber to get you started. And finally, I will end the presentation with a review of the different student services and campus facilities to help you be successful in this program and to support you in your English studies. Welcome everybody, and I will start off by introducing our team. The first member of our team is Stephen Allen. Stephen Allen is our director. Stephen Allen is responsible for the overall administration of the English Language Center, and especially the EAP program. That's me in the middle. My name is Irene Cosmas, and I am your program coordinator. I can help you with questions that you have about your courses. I work very closely with the teachers, and I support students in their academic studies. Jamie is our lab coordinator. You will get to know Jamie through your language lab courses. Rosie is our program assistant. Rosie can help you with all kinds of questions, things related to registration, things around the campus, questions that you might have about the college. George is our student liaison officer. George can help you with all kinds of fun and exciting events that we have to help you stay engaged with the Humber College community. Especially our conversation club, which he will tell you more about. Kimmy is our offshore operations manager. She works on projects that we have in Japan and overseas. You can, in Vietnam, I should say. And you can contact her as well. She supports us in the English Language Center and helps us out with student questions as well. So to begin your program, the English for Academic Purposes program, I'm just going to start off with some information overview so that you have an idea of what your studies are going to look like. Here are the key figures. EAP has 8 levels, and each level is very interactive, right, and guided by your teacher. Each level is 7 weeks long, except for our spring session. So from May to June, it will only be 6 weeks long, and we had to compress this because of the COVID situation. All of our teachers in the English for Academic Purposes program are just like me. We are experienced teachers with graduate qualifications and a lot of training in teaching English as a second language. We will make sure that the online EAP is globally accessible for live teaching sessions. That means some of you may be taking this program from your home countries, and we know that and we understand that. And we will try to make sure that we have different times for the live teaching sessions so that everyone can be included. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your courses and study hours. You will have 3 courses per level. Your first course will be EAPI. This is your integrated skills course. This is where you're going to study reading, writing, listening, speaking, and use all the skills together. For this course, you'll have about 4.5 live interaction hours with your professor and at least 12 guided self-study hours. Your second course, depending on your level, will be the EAPA course, Or if you're in level 7, it will be the EAPR course, which is the reading and research course. Or if you're in level 8, it is your SOC course. This is your general elective course. For these courses, you will have about 3 hours of live interaction hours and about 6 hours guided self-study. The last course is your Language Lab course, EAPC. And this is the course that I said you would get to know Jamie in, because he's the one who coordinates this course. Depending on your level, you will have between 2 to 4 hours of self-guided hours using Rosetta Stone to practice your English language skills, and other programs that Humber has developed as well. The next part, it talks about your progression. So how do you pass from one level to the next? In order to progress from one level to the next, you must pass all of your courses, all 3 courses. The passing minimum grade at Humber is 50%. So, in order to pass to the next level, you have to get 50% in your EAPI course. You also have to get 50% in your EAPA, EAPR, or SOC course. And you also have to pass the Language Lab. That is a SAT, a satisfactory grade, meaning you've completed your hours. You must pass all 3 in order to progress to the next level. Now, 50% is the minimum pass. In order to graduate from the program, you really need 60% overall average. So this means 50% is okay to pass, but 60% is so that you can receive a certificate that you've completed this program and graduated from this program. So I always tell students, 50% is okay, but you have to be working towards at least a 60% to graduate. The next slide here talks about different pathways. I know many of you are taking EAP because you want to go on to a main program at Humber. In order to move on to a program at Humber, those of you who are in level 8 will have to pay close attention to the GPA, your grade point average that you need in order to go into the various programs. If you are looking to go into a diploma program, you need at least 60% in level 8. If you are looking to go into a degree program at Humber, you need at least 75% in your level 8 courses. And if you are thinking of doing a graduate certificate program at Humber, you need at least 80% in level 8. So level 8 will be very important for those students who are going on to do another program because the GPA will matter. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about course expectations and how you can be successful in the program and in your courses. First, we expect all students to participate in all of the online learning activities, discussions, and lessons. This is the best way for you to practice your skills. We also expect all students to complete all of their tests or tasks or assignments, exams by the due date given. We also expect you to use English in your courses and with your other students. We also expect that if you have a problem, you need additional support, or you need some kind of extension, that you must contact your teachers to let them know so that you can come up with a solution. We also expect that you submit work that is completed by you. This means that the work that you do is authentically your own work, not someone else's. Finally, we also expect that you learn about academic integrity policies. And you will learn about these things in the different EAP courses, especially things like documentation and citation, APA guidelines, things like that, because we want to make sure that the work that you produce is honest and free from plagiarism. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about steps to take for level misplacement. So you all took a placement test, the Duolingo, or maybe a TOEFL or an IELTS, to get into your level. If you think that maybe it's not the right level for you, I always tell students, first, step 1, give it a chance, okay? It's hard to know if it's the right level until you begin the level and sort of see how things go. If you feel after the first day or two, something still doesn't feel like my right level, please talk to your teachers right away, okay? Please connect with them and say, I'm not sure if this is the right level. Your teachers are going to be checking and reviewing and doing different kinds of diagnostics to see whether or not this is the appropriate level for you or not. If you still feel like, this is not the right level, I need to talk to someone, you can always talk to me. Okay, you can always contact me, and at the end of this presentation, you will get all of our contact information. Note, level changes are rare. We normally don't move students unless it's a very serious, reason, and they generally only happen in the first week of classes. So it's very important to talk to your teachers right away if you think it's not the right level for you. Okay. The next part of the presentation, I will go over some administrative policies to help you with our EAP program. First, really important for you to remember is that for your registration, you do not register or enroll yourself in EAP courses. We do that for you. So once you've paid your tuition or your tuition deposit, we will enroll you in the next course or in the next level. Tuition payment deadlines. We normally ask students to pay by week 5 for the next session. This is to prepare and get everyone into the next session. The last day to add a course is 5 days after classes begin. So classes begin on May 19th. We have 5 days to actively get you into the class. If you haven't paid your tuition, you won't be able to get into the class. The last day to drop a course with a refund is 10 days after the classes start. If you find within the first 10 days that you can't take this course and you need to drop, you have to let one of us know, me or Rosie, and we will withdraw you and we will drop you from the course and you will be able to get a refund. Lastly, there is also another date for withdrawal, but this is not a refund withdrawal. This is to withdraw without academic penalty. This means sometimes students, later in the course realize that they're not able to pass the course and they don't want the grades to remain on their academic transcript. Well, they can withdraw so that those grades do not show up on their academic transcript. So, the most important thing that you must remember in EAP is you must tell us if you are going to drop or withdraw, because you will not be able to do these things on your own. We need to initiate this for you through a request to the registration office. I have some special notes here for domestic students. Domestic students get registered on a 4-month enrollment. In other words, they are registered for a whole semester. Domestic students can start in September, January, or May, and they will take 4 months at a time of EAP. This means we register domestic students. Domestic students are those who have a PR, refugee claimants, for example. We registered these students in 2 levels at a time. And domestic students have to follow Humber's academic calendar dates for the drop withdrawal. So what I mentioned earlier was the same dates: 5 days to add, 10 days to drop for a refund. Those are the dates that you need to follow in September, December, or May. Domestic students often also have a lot of questions about OSAP. Unfortunately, Rosie and I don't have a lot of information about OSAP. We generally tell students who have questions about OSAP to contact the financial aid office directly, and this is their email: finaid@humber.ca. Now I have a few notes for the international students. International students must upload their study permit on My Humber to be registered into a course. International students also have to confirm their academic program. International students have to inform the international office of their status and upload the documents. It's really important for international students to update, it's important for all students, but especially international students to update their address and email on My Humber, because this is the information that Humber will use to communicate with you. So make sure it's not your mom's or your agent's email address or phone number and things like that. International students have to connect with the International Office for Health Insurance, and international students have to be aware of immigration regulations. The International Office can support international students with all of these things. So if you have questions about this or are not sure about study permits, your main academic program, your status, health insurance, etc., you can use the contact form here below to contact the International Office, and someone will get back to you. So I just wanted to go over the important dates for the summer 2020 semester. You will see we are intake 5 right now. We are having our orientation right now, which is Friday, May 15th. Classes will begin on Tuesday, May 19th. And classes will end on Friday, June 26th. The next session will begin on Monday, June 29th and end Friday, August 14th. Please pay attention to the class start and end dates, as those will be very important. Okay, now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the support that we have for EAP students. Students who have questions for the registrar, such as transcripts, registration, domestic students, for example, might have questions about programs. They are to contact Office of the Registrar. Many services are available through My Humber, but like I said, for dropping and withdrawing, you must inform us because you can't do that. But for other inquiries, you can email inquiry@humber.ca and someone will get back to you. International students can contact the International Center for questions about immigration, studying, or living in Canada using their contact form. And the link is there. And finally, financial aid for domestic students who have questions about OSAP. Okay, at fineaid@humber.ca. We also have the Math and Writing Center at Humber, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the Writing Center particularly, because this is a service that a lot of our students use in order to support their English learning. We have tutors at Humber who are ESL trained and work with our EAP students to help them with their studies, and it's free. So if you would like to make an appointment, you can click the link and follow the instructions to get registered with a tutor. There's also the library, which will help students with research and reading. We have EAP graded readers as well in our library. And the Ignite office, which can help answer questions about student life. I also want to take a moment to talk about your health and well-being at Humber, especially during this difficult time. We understand it's a very challenging time for many of us, for all of us, and we have personal support and counseling available for students. You can access through Good to Talk helpline, and there is the phone number here, or Therapy Assist Online, which provides online and mobile tools. We also have staff in our Student Wellness and Accessibility Center, and they are available online or by phone, and you can connect with them through the link here or call 416-675-5090. Again, all of this support is free and available to students who need it. Finally, we just want to remind people that if they do develop respiratory symptoms and are concerned about COVID, that they can talk to a registered nurse at 1-866-797-0000, 24 hours, 7 days per week. Okay, I'm going to spend a few minutes just going over some quick instructions for My Humber. This will be your main portal to connect. So to access My Humber, you go to humber.ca/myhumber. This is what it looks like. You will click Login. Here, you will type your student number and then your password. You would have gotten this when you applied. Next, you will click Personal Information. This is how you can update your address and phone number. So remember what I told you earlier, make sure this information is updated and correct because this is the information that the college uses to connect with you and keep you informed. Choose Current to change your current address. Then choose Primary to change your phone number. You can also request a photo ID card through My Humber. So to do that, you select Request your photo ID card from the Personal Information tab. Here, you have to agree to the disclaimers here because your photo will be posted here. Here, you click the message in the middle of the screen. You choose your picture, and there is Jamie with his lovely dogs. He will adjust the frame to include just his face because on the ID card, we only need a picture, a headshot. Then you can click Save Photo. And there you go. Click My Humber to return to the main menu, and this is how you request your photo ID. Student cards will be mailed to you, so please ensure that your mailing address is up to date. So that is why we said it's very important to update your personal information. Do not click Request a Replacement Card. So now you know how to log into the My Humber website, you know how to update your contact information, and you know how to upload your photo to get a student card. I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about some Humber apps that you should know and check out. The first one is called the Humber Guardian app, and this is a great app because it provides some quick information about campus safety and resources and emergency contact information. So you might want to download this onto your phone. The second app is the Blackboard app, and this app is important to stay up to date with all of your courses at Humber. The teachers will communicate with you through Blackboard. And of course, My Humber, we just talked about My Humber. This allows you to sign in and access your key information, your Humber mail, your schedules, your grades, account information, etc. We also have social media in the English Language Center. So if you want to follow us and check us out, you can follow us on these different channels. We just want you to know that we are here to help you. You can visit our virtual office hours, and Rosie will send everybody information on how to connect with us virtually, but we have drop-in sessions every Monday and Wednesday from 9:30 to 10 a.m. and every Thursday from 11:30 to 12 p.m. But of course, you can email us anytime. So, like I said, Rosie Lima is the program assistant, and she can help with all kinds of administrative questions or questions about Humber. My name is Irene Cosmas, and I can help you with all kinds of questions about your courses, I work very closely with the teachers, so I'm here for academic support mainly and all kinds of things like that as well. Kimmy Doe is our offshore operations manager, but she also assists us in the office. And George is our student liaison officer. He will get in touch with you for different engagement types of activities. Our conversation club, for example, is one thing that he will talk to you about, which is a great opportunity for you to come and practice your English in a relaxed kind of way, fun kind of way. Okay? Finally, just let you know that we are inclusive at Humber. You may see this poster and sign on our website or when we are allowed back on campus, We just want to remind everyone that we value and are open to diversity, and we accept everyone, and we have a culture of inclusion. And that's very important to us, not only at Humber, but especially in the English Language Center, where we have students from a variety of different countries and places in the world. Okay. So thank you again, and welcome to the English Language Center.